Hi everyone, let's continue with our interview series. And this show we are going to talk about careers.
Really somebody to look up to. You need to, this will be a big day for the family when we got the thumbs
From
up.
hotels, movies, all the way up to airplanes. So are you ready? Fasten your seatbelt. We are very honored to be talking to Christine Sandner. Hi Christine.
Exciting.
Lights, camera, action.
Something happened in Dubai, flooding there. So has the water subsided already or not?
Yeah, I think the whole world heard about Dubai last week. We don't have drainage in Dubai, and the reason we don't have drainage is because it never rains here. Maybe it rains 2 times a year, and we had 284 centimeters of rain in less than 24 hours, and that was the issue. I'm not a global warming expert, but I guess I'm seeing flooding around the world more often. And definitely Dubai got hit very hard. The fierceness of the storm when it hit was like a signal number 8 typhoon from my Hong Kong days. I lived in Hong Kong for 26 years, and Stanley is my favorite place. Sid, speaking of natural disasters, I heard about your earthquakes last night. How are you? How is everything?
Yes, thanks. A number of aftershocks are still expected, so please continue to play for us. Christine, during your time in Hong Kong, we had the opportunity to work for one hotel together, the world's first choice, and you had a big responsibility covering PR, sales, and marketing. But you have a much bigger hotel story to share, right?
Oh, I moved to Hong Kong the first time when I was 3 years old. We stayed for a couple of years, went back to Southern California, and then we came back again when I was in 5th grade. So I did most of my school at Hong Kong International School in Chin Soi Wan in Repulse Bay. And when we moved to Hong Kong, my family and we lived in the Hong Kong Hilton. And I loved it so much. I'd never seen such, coming from Southern California, small village, I'd never seen such a beautiful 5-star hotel. We loved it. We would call room service, and ice cream would appear, and there was a swimming pool, and we would walk through the lobby sometimes, and then they had the famous Dragon Boat Bar, and you could look inside, and so many glamorous guests. I wanted to be in this kind of really like a magical atmosphere,
Right.
where guests felt like a really nice feeling, very special. I studied hotel management in Denver, then came back immediately to Hong Kong and took my first job with the Holiday Inn Group, which is, I think, where I met you during the years. I started in the kitchens, and I remember chef told me women don't belong in the kitchens. And I thought, yeah, you're right. I belong in the CEO's office upstairs. But it took a long time. I had to start at the bottom. I did worked in the kitchens. I did room service, delivering. I did housekeeping. We spent the entire day vacuuming hallways and cleaning guest rooms. Let me tell you, I've seen enough that I could write a book, and maybe one day I will. Went from there. I worked with Holiday for 9 years. Then I went to Bangkok and opened the first Crown Plaza. And then after that to Shangri-La Hotel Group in Malaysia. And then back to Hong Kong, one of my favorite cities in the world, I have to say. And then worked there with Hong Kong Hotel, and then moved over across the harbor to Mandarin Oriental. And I love different hotel because it's something different. It's a different location, a different team. When I moved to Europe as area director for Europe, Middle East, Africa with Mandarin Oriental.
Right.
And it was then that I became pregnant with my first child. And I realized I want to be a superwoman and do everything, but I was missing spending the time with my eldest son, with Nick. My mom was doing a fantastic job as the mother, but anyway, I wanted to do it myself. So in the end, I resigned, and I stayed out of the hotel business until my boys were about 15. And then had another opportunity with Shangri-La Hotel to come to Dubai. Cut a long story short, I'm here.
That's interesting, Christine. One of the pictures that we are showing about your colorful hotel life was a theme party picture.
Sifoon is in the photo with us, and we had the Arabian evening up at her house. she's one of my mentors, over the years. She was our vice president of marketing and human resources. She was really somebody to look up to. She was creative and flamboyant. And I thought, well, I want to be like that. I want to do this kind of a job, and this responsibility as well, when I grow up. We took inspiration from her. So thank you, Sifun. We much appreciate your guidance.
So what triggered your move into a streaming business?
Yeah, so it really started from COVID, after COVID times. And so I was working with a hotel in those days. And of course, they decide that they don't need sales and marketing people. The airports are closed. And so why do you need a sales team or a marketing team? So I don't agree with that at all. But anyway, I didn't own the hotel, so not my decision to make. So what I can do is I can reinvent myself, and my husband and I work more now in the sort of the movie entertainment industry. My husband more on the filming side for adventure films for particular VVIP clients, and we branched out for really Hollywood type of movies. And what we're doing is, I'm not in front of the camera. In fact, I'm not even behind the camera.
So where are you?
Exactly. So when most people think about movie business and they get very starstruck, and yeah, so do you the first time, when you're working on a big set, because it's really something to behold. The only stars really are the ones in front of the camera. And when you see a movie and you see at the end of the movie the credits and hundreds of names, and it's exactly true. In front of the camera, there's maybe 5 or 6 people in a scene, and behind the camera, being very quiet, are 100 people. The director, the costume person, the continuity team. And it's just fascinating. And what we do is we're more on the logistics side. So people contact us, tell us the location, for example, in Turkey or in Cyprus or here in the UAE. And then they won't tell who the stars are, and they usually don't tell the name of the movie, but they will mention they need what kind of equipment, they need aircraft chartering, in this case to bring 200 crew members out to Turkey, and so 36 tons of luggage and camera equipment. So that was a separate aircraft. 2 nights ago, it's a movie by Guy Ritchie called The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. So it's a bit of a long name, very good movie. And we helped them produce it or shoot it in Turkey last year. So actually from the final cut, it takes a year of continuous work and editing. You need a lot of patience in the industry. And we get every evening something called a call sheet. And the call sheet tells everybody on set where you need to be at what time the next day and what your responsibility is. So it's very interesting. So yeah, you get to work with some of the big names, but you don't take pictures of them. You don't ask for autographs. Everybody's just there to do a job. And everybody is treated the same.
Very big job. There's a lot of unsung hero behind, right?
And I have to tell you, interesting films that we were participating in was, you probably know of it, with Jackie Chan, a movie called Vanguard, which was filmed in Dubai about 3 years ago. And we were supplying a lot of equipment for behind the scenes for the team, including the VIP trailer for Jackie Chan himself. So we get to see him and talk to him. Super nice guy. And we were, my son and I, Nicholas, were standing on set, and somebody came running by and said, I need some blondes for tonight. Please show up at Dubai Mall at midnight. And we're going to be filming at the aquarium scene, and you need to pretend to be a tourist. So dress like a tourist. And we thought, okay, actually they're working as part of a different team, but they didn't know it. So we thought that's cool. Midnight. And the scene was, wow, there was like a battle going on, and the military team is bursting through the wall. And they turn around, to see what's going on behind me. And Jackie Chan said, cut, lady, come on. Something happened behind you. Is so exciting. You need to, like, jump. Let me show you how to jump. And Jackie Chan is giving me acting lessons, how to jump out the way, and he said, but don't make any sound because, the cameras are rolling. We'll put everything in the sound later. And he was such a nice guy.
Any other favorite actor or actress, across your career in the movie business?
One of the ones we really enjoyed working with in Spain and Mallorca last year, we helped to produce the movie Pathan, a Bollywood movie, actually with Shah Rukh Khan. He's one of the leading guys in Bollywood, and a very lovely young lady called Deepika Padukone, and she's just she was the lead actress.
Fascinating.
I'm sure there's a lot of young people watching our episodes here. So would you like to share some advice, since your career lifeline is quite interesting, I must say?
You have to be open-minded. You have to be prepared to reinvent yourself. Obviously, look for a career that really interests you, because if you want to succeed, you have to work very hard and often long hours and be very dedicated. So it should be something that you really, truly enjoy doing and enjoy spending the time on. But I think on the other hand, you also need to be flexible, always be prepared to learn new skills, new technology. Look at AI now. Even when I speak to my own sons, how their careers might be affected, one day because of AI. Always be willing to grasp and learn and move with the times. I think that's most important. But both careers that I've had, I have to say they're very interesting, and I would highly recommend them for young people.
So never stop learning, because life never stops teaching us.
Would you like to come to Thailand to do your filming one day?
Absolutely. I mean, we would love to. I know you're down in the south part of the island near Kaohsiung, right?
Right.
I've been to Taipei a few times in the past over the years, and I enjoyed it very much. In the meantime, if I do visit, I definitely will. You're the first person I will call.
Okay, you're welcome. They say the most beautiful scenery of Taiwan is people. Since you talk about Nick, your son, so perhaps he's now flying in the air.
So Nikki's a pilot. He wanted to be a pilot since he was 4 years old,
Right.
and he was well on his way before COVID. And then, unfortunately, of course, all the flight schools stopped because you cannot sit in the cockpit with the instructor in
Right.
such a small place. Actually, he's really finished. And tomorrow morning in Miami, he will take his final commercial pilot's multi-engine rating license. This will be a big day for the family when we got the thumbs up that he's passed that final exam. The sky's the limit, and he can look for a job. And I'm sure he'd love to talk to you sometime.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Christine. It's so good to talk to you again. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Okay, we stop here. So please don't forget to comment, subscribe, and like.